Oh, hello. Let me show you. We're leaving the Social Security Administration because I was just able to get my name changed. I'm so excited. This is in the state of Pennsylvania, so I can tell you what is necessary to do so. The only thing you need is your marriage license, and you also need your driver's license. And what she told me is that I'll get my new Social Security card within 2 weeks. So I was so excited. And when she showed me my name on our receipt, it has my address as well as my new name. I was like smiling, and she was like, "Oh yeah, every bride looks like that when they it looks so happy." So she was smiling when I looked up at her, and then she said that. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick heads up on how you can change your name once you are married. So in the state of Pennsylvania, you actually cannot when you first do your application for marriage, you cannot put, there's no section for, I would like my new name to be. So really all you have there is the name, your future spouse, since this is your application for a marriage license. He signs his name, and then you also sign your name. And I did not sign with the name I would like to have on there either. And then the clerk, they never told me I need to do that. But that's the thing, in Pennsylvania, you actually don't need to do that. So I ended up looking for the Social Security Administration in my area, looking up their contact information, and I called them and I asked them what I needed after I had done some research online. So what I saw online was that you cannot, what I saw online was that for different states, it was saying, you need to sign your new name on your marriage license. And I was like, wait a second, the clerk never told me that. And I don't think that's fair if that was the case. So what I ended up doing, I looked online, and what I saw, I think I was seeing that in certain states like Pennsylvania, or there were certain states that require you to sign your name, but then there were other states that were not. And Pennsylvania was not listed as one that required it. So I ended up calling, and they told me they said, yep, all you need is your marriage license. Doesn't matter what name you signed, as long as you have your spouse's name signed, and then you sign your own name, and then you would be able to go forward and have that changed. So we did. All we had was a marriage license. My spouse, he has his name, he signed his name on his marriage license. And then I had my regular name with my maiden name. At the time it was my maiden name because I was not married yet. And yeah, then we went in. The thing is also too, if you're marrying someone who has two last names, that's also not a problem. You are just basically, because you got married, you're entitled to have a name change. So you can tell them pretty much whatever name you want. I think that's on the license, that's on the marriage license that your husband placed. So if your husband put two names, you can choose. You don't have to, you can take both names. You can pick one of those names, the first one of his last names or the second last name, and it's no problem at all. It was really quick and easy. So yeah, and I did not have to make an appointment. There was no appointment needed. I had called. She said, nope, just come on in. And the weird thing, online, when I had first tried to start the process online, it said that I needed to wait 30 days from marriage, from when we got married, or I'm assuming from when we got that marriage license. We actually got our marriage license 3 days after we were married, which is not the norm. It was just initially with our application, the clerk had made an error, so we ended up having to pay for a correction. There were several signs there that said if you made an error, if you didn't check something, that we would have to pay. But the error, even though from checking, the error was actually the clerk, because he actually made a couple errors. So there was one error where my fiance at the time, husband now, didn't check something, and then also I didn't ask to review something. Also, we had asked for a particular service, and that person didn't show up. And then also the clerk had made an error on something, so we ended up having to have a correction by a supervisor. We did pay, but then he also allowed us to do other corrections. So pretty much just where was I going with this? I don't even know. Babe, what was I talking about? Okay, but anyway, It was a quick and easy process. The name change was simple. Oh yes, we ended up getting our marriage certificate 3 days after, because the supervisor said we can just come right in rather than having to mail something in and waiting like a week, or getting the marriage license in like 2 weeks. We just came 3 days later. So on the Social Security Administration website, it had said that you have to wait 30 days from when you are either married or get the marriage certificate. So I was like, okay, the 30 days would have been the 26th, because we got our marriage license on the 26th of April. We were married on the 23rd. So it would have been May 26th for when we could come in. That's what it said online, that you have to wait 30 days. I was like, okay, it's weird. So when I called in to our local office in Pennsylvania, they said, no, you don't have to wait at all. So I was like, oh, wow. Okay, so today is almost 3 weeks from when we got married. So had I known that, I could have gotten it last Friday. Honestly, that would have been 2 weeks. 1 week after, we had, our honeymoon and stuff. So no, and I wasn't even moved into our new place by then. So 2 weeks, that would have been last week. So I get just a week behind, which is okay with me, because Fridays work better for us to do things. But anyway, just wanted to say I'm so happy I got to change my name. At first I thought it was going to be such a hard process, and it is not. Right now, let me see how many minutes I've been talking. I've been talking for 6.5 minutes. I'm on my little lunch break with my hubby, and he just took me to the Social Security Administration and went in with me and everything, and I'm on my lunch, so I'll be getting back to work shortly. I just wanted to stop in and do a quick video. I want to start doing videos more often with you all. Oh my gosh, I love this hair so much. I'm actually gonna go back to my natural hair either today or tomorrow, but this was my wedding hair. Wedding hair, and it's time. But yeah, I just wanted to stop in and say hello to you all. If you have any questions about filing with the Social Security Administration for a name change through marriage, it is super simple in Pennsylvania. No issues whatsoever. It's so interesting to me because I recently moved. It's been almost 3 weeks minus 2 days that I have been in this town. We're in the same town that my mom lives, and it's such a change for me because I actually moved from a major city, and I was in this city from 2009, like fall 2009 up until spring 2023. And that is a long time. I've been here for 13 and a half years, or I was there, so it's just a big shock to me. I grew up in a small town. The town I live now is more populated than the small town. It's not too far. It's about an hour from an hour and a half from where I used to live. So it's just a lot to get used to. I love like seeing all the trees, the greenery. I think that's beautiful, but it's a lot to get used to. I've been used to just living in a place where there's like so much population, so many things to do. Not saying there's a lot to do, not saying there's not a lot to do here, but it's just a major change. So getting used to it. I'm really loving married life with my hubby. He treats me so well. One thing I have to get into the swing of again is back into my workout routines. One of the reasons why we loved this place was because we had the opportunity to have a washer and dryer in our basement. And then for me, I also have a treadmill, so that's where we also placed it. I'm actually a really tall lady, so we just looked at it, and I was like, I think it's kind of, the ceiling is a little bit short with the treadmill because the treadmill is raised up about 4 inches. So we just have to kind of figure that out because I have to get back into my workout routines. I don't think I will be able to run on it just because of the height, but at least for walking, my husband said he's gonna try to make some arrangements for me and fix things a little bit. So yeah, that'll be good. And one other thing, I know this is about Social Security Administration and changing your name and just me wanting to talk to you all, but I also just want to say, whenever you're married, just make sure that you're enjoying yourself. Love your spouse, enjoy them, and just know that marriage is about being a team with someone. You've married them because you want to spend the rest of your life with them. It's not something temporary. So just always try to treat them with respect and love and care. And the whole point of marriage is that you married somebody, but you're still getting to know them over the years. Maybe the next 5 years, you're going to be getting to know them so much. Even 10 years from now, you'll know them even more than you know them now. So I would say don't hesitate on anything for getting married, but then also just keep that in mind. Okay, well, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.